What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today, I want to talk about the Portland Trailblazers. Today, I want to talk about Cam Reddish, one of my favorite players. He was definitely my favorite player at Duke. When Zion and R.J. Barrett was there, Reddish was my guy. He was my favorite player on Duke, and I'm just glad. I'm just happy to do a video just to kind of see where his career is at. I know a lot of us was hoping that his career in Atlanta would have taken off just because that was a perfect fit for him in Atlanta. I think he could have thrived there instantly, but things didn't work out. Him being in that 8-man rotation, he was kind of falling in and out of the rotation. I know Reddish was dealing with I believe it was an Achilles injury that was ruptured. It wasn't teared or anything like that, but it was ruptured. So that kind of sidelined him a little bit throughout his early years with Atlanta. And then he finds himself in New York. Obviously, Tom Thibodeau, he's a good coach. But for me personally, I don't think Tom Thibodeau is a good enough coach when it comes to developing young players. I feel like he just kills young players' careers. And I think that's what happened with Cam with the Knicks. To be honest, I don't know why Reddish got traded to the Knicks, just because it just seems like the Knicks didn't even really utilize him. And here he is with the Portland Trailblazers, guys. So it's looking like the Trailblazers is a team that, there's a lot of controversy right now with Dame Lillard. Is he going to get traded and stuff? But that could be for another video. But as far as Cam Reddish, him coming into the Trailblazers, I think it has been a smooth transition. The fact that, Cam Reddish is a wing player that can shoot the mid-range, shoot from the three, being able to slash to the rim, being able to, use his quickness, his first step to blow by his defenders, the way he can Euro step and transition. This guy has a full offensive package, and that's why I believe he can be a really good 6-man role player for this Trailblazers team. And the reason why I don't think Cam should be a starter is because when you look at it statistically, you have Dame, you have Simon, and you have Jeremy Grant all averaging over 20 points. So if Cam was to be in the starting lineup, I don't think it's going to be enough ball movement, enough for Cam to really thrive offensively. If we're talking about scoring. So it would really make sense for him to play, Cam Reddish. I think he can be really effective playing with the second unit or the third unit on this team. And like I mentioned before, this roster has a lot of role players as well. When you got Thibault, Nasir Little, Justice Winslow, Kevin Knox, the names that I just mentioned, these are players that somewhat has a chip on his shoulder. These Nasir Little was a top draft pick from what I remember from North Carolina. Justice Winslow coming out of Duke. Kevin Knox was another draft lottery. I think he might have been a lottery pick with the Knicks. These guys have a lot to prove. And that's why I feel like I wonder if there was like any clash that might have happened throughout the season, because a lot of these guys are really trying to make a name for themselves. And adding Cam, I think his mission is also to establish himself and establish himself in the league. And I can see Reddish being a really good 6-man player. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think every player has to work towards, building themselves as far as what do they do best, And I can see Reddish being a really good 6-man team, player for this Blazers team. I can see him being like what Tyler Hero is to the Heat, Jordan Poole, Jordan Clarkson, guys like that. That's the career path I see Cam going, just because of his offensive ability. Him being listed at 6'7", he has just so much versatility to be a wing player. The way he can attack on the offensive end and play defense with his arm length. His wingspan, guys, is 7'1". So, this guy has, long arms that can pretty much defend, contest shots and do all that good stuff, as a player. So, with Cam Reddish, like I mentioned, he has the full offensive package, the way he can cut to the rim, the way he can score in transition, the way he can spot up and shoot. I think he can fit he could fit into a lot of teams. And I think with this Portland Trailblazers team, if he can just get the minutes he's given and find his rhythm within this team, I think the sky's the limit. I think Cam can really be a really effective player for this Portland's team as far as being a 6-man. And as far as everything else, I just think it's all about, Portland and what do they want to do moving forward. Because, again, Dame Lillard can be traded, and that means a lot of other players on this team can be traded as well. Because the names that I just mentioned, it could be Jeremy Grant, Nurkic, Thibault, Kevin Knox, Justice Winslow. I mean, these guys can easily be traded as part of some type of package deal when it comes to Dame if he decides to leave or if the front office decides to trade Damian Lillard. So I hope this video doesn't expire. I hope Cam makes the cut through all the smokes and mirrors. I hope Cam Reddish finds himself in Portland to start the season next year, and I can see him being a sixth man for this team. So with that being said, guys, I mean, I don't want to make this video too long, but Portland fans, I want to hear what you guys, like, what's going on in Portland as far as, like, the rebuild. Do you think the Trailblazers should rebuild, or do you think they should stay with Dame, maybe trade your draft pick to try to bring in another piece and try to figure it all out? There was just so much circulating before I made this video. It was a little bit challenging to make this video too, because under the circumstances, there's just so much that needs to happen with Portland. And with that being said, guys, make sure to drop a comment down below. Drop a comment below, and I'll see you guys in my next video, and I'll try to continue to drop content for you guys. Right now, the NBA off season is going to start after the finals, so be sure to subscribe, guys. I got you guys with all the breaking news, all the big signings that's going to happen this summer, guys. I'm going to have it all covered. So with that being said, be sure to subscribe and have a good day, guys. Peace.